종전을 선언하고.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of 360 Chat. Right, my name's Efe and I'm joined with a very special guest. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Naga.
Yeah. I'm with Naga, guys. You guys have seen her from season 2 in the episode about Christianity.
Yeah.
With Toma and Vicky. So yeah, I'm with Naga today, and of course I'm with Naga, so we're talking about Christianity. We're speaking about Christianity. And obviously Naga and I both went to the same uni. She actually followed me, so we went to the same secondary school. We didn't go to the same sixth form, but we were in the same area, and then she followed me to uni.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't be without her, so I had to go where she was.
But yeah, now she's forgotten me because she's famous.
Oh my gosh.
Whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I need to introduce the topic, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, so today's topic, guys. Today's topic is about the struggles of being a Christian and going to university.
Don't watch that.
It's been a ride. It's been a ride. So yeah, as you guys know, season 2, Faith, Purpose, Culture. No, season 3, Faith, Purpose, Culture. So yeah, we have to talk about the faith, and we need to talk about our purpose in uni, and we need to talk about the university culture. So we're gonna get right into it.
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm ready.
Naga didn't know her questions.
I know, it's just gonna be a surprise.
So
I'm so excited.
Naga,
Oh my gosh.
how would you describe your university journey? Just your journey in uni in general.
It's been a ride. It's actually been a ride.
Yes.
But obviously first year, hate to bring it up, but COVID. So I wasn't really doing anything. I wasn't really meeting a lot of people. The education side was okay. It's a bit scary, but it was fine. And then I feel like my uni experience proper started in second year.
When you say uni experience, what do you mean?
Like the experience, like the going out, the meeting people, the mixing and mingling and all that stuff. Like that started in second year for me. And I feel like I was really outside in second year. For the first half of second year. And then I cooled down, I think. And then slowed down. I went to fellowship in second year, so it was weird because I was trying to be outside but I was trying to be inside at the same time. And it all happened at the same time. Like nothing happened in first year, so it all happened in second year. And then I feel like third year I was inside, very chilled, very focused on just work and trying to get through uni and God, and it paid off. So we praise God.
How would you say it paid off?
I feel like the rate I was going at in second year.
She said the rate.
I wasn't crazy, guys. Like everybody knows I'm not a crazy person, but the rate I was going in the rate I was going in second year, I probably wouldn't have been happy with my like uni result in the end.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was just not on my work at all. And I wasn't, the most important thing is I wasn't focused on God. So I feel like I just would have been in a very like just dark place, which I definitely struggled with like first year, sixth form. Like life is just not like, even outside from education, life is just hard. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
110%. So when it comes to like your journey with gold,
my favorite journey,
the favorite ride. How would you describe it? Take us through.
Okay,
the journey.
You have to do yours.
We need to be on the district line.
Okay. That's slow line.
No,
the district line is slow.
It's slow. But it takes you through everywhere. But it's slow and it takes you for everywhere. So take us through the district line. That's a no analogy.
My journey with God. So obviously I was born, baptized in church, all of that. I went to Catholic church for a long time. So for me, no hate to Catholic church, but for me, sorry to my mom too, but yeah, I was going to church very passively. Like I wasn't having my own like journey with God. I thought it was more of just like a culture thing. Like Nigerians go to, they're Christians and they go to
Yeah.
church. So, yeah, I wasn't really gaining anything from that. I went to a Catholic school, both primary and secondary. But then, like, halfway through secondary school, I went to Pentecostal church.
Really?
Yeah. But I kept it on the low, because I was actually really embarrassed of it. Because everyone was so,
Actually,
like...
I think you told me that, actually.
When everyone's such a chill, like, Christian, and your church just goes, fire, 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 all the time. It's
Hello,
like,
I went to White Garment.
Oh, true. But I didn't know.
I went to White Garment. I didn't tell anyone I went to White Garment.
Bro, me and, do you know Precious?
Yeah.
We both went to that church, yeah. So, like, I'll just keep it on the low. When everyone's going out Friday night, going to Eclipse, I'll be at all-night prayer.
Bro, you say all night prayer.
All night
If
prayer.
you go to CNS churches, yeah, you know something called Igbele, where you have to be in church for 3 days, Friday to Sunday.
Oh, you fasting?
No.
Okay,
We're
just in church. That's scary.
Sleeping in church,
Girl.
praying, clapping, studying. Igbele, yeah.
Doing your homework in church. Very
I
crazy.
don't even remember doing homework in church. Mommy said, yeah, we're going to church
For 3 days.
for 3 days.
Yeah, I never had it like that.
Yeah.
But I've had like
CNS
definitely like near enough 24 hours
Yeah.
in church.
Yeah.
And for me, like if it was a good church, it would have been cool. I'm not. Anyways,
They don't know where you go.
They don't know. I'm not gonna say the name actually, but that was a very crazy church in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it was very much like kind of cult-ish.
Really?
But you only realize when you're out.
Yeah.
Like you only realize that okay, we're doing all of this with no substance, no purpose. It was just fire, but nothing's coming from it. So I feel like that is where my faith took a dip. So I stopped going there like year 13, like start of COVID, or just no year 12. And then I didn't go to church for like 2 years because I think me and my family just took a massive like hit to our faith. And yeah, we were just like, there's no point in going to church because no church is real. Like we're just gonna stay at home, do our Bible study, and we were consistent. To be fair, we did our Bible study every Sunday, but it's not the same. Like you're studying the same things over and over again. There's no one to pour into you or anything. But yeah, then coming into uni, I was just like, I don't really want to be like a Christian like that. Like I'm gonna tell people I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, but like I'm not doing any of that. But I didn't know that God had
God had other
He had other plans.
purpose.
No, literally. I don't know what happened, but I just think second year, it was definitely Pensa that.
That's
really
what I
helped.
was literally gonna say. I want to say Pensa. Shout out Pensa UK.
Shout out to Pensa.
And shout out specifically Pensa UOB.
No,
because
serious shout out to Pensa UOB.
literally. No.
To think I was even gonna go church, go fellowship every week.
And guys, she was exec.
No, that's what I'm saying.
She was exec.
Calm down.
So
It was not like that.
She was exec, yeah.
But to think I was like me on exec, that was just not really gonna work. But God had other plans. So yeah, third year, I don't know how I ended up going Penta. One of my friends, Ore, she was like, let's go Penta in first year. It was online. But I just like remember, I feel like I texted her and I was like, should we go again? And we went in second year and like, it changed my life. Like, by the end of second year, I was a new person and it was Penta that put me on the right track. But obviously it was a lot of secret place time and time alone with God that actually got me to that place. So yeah, that's my journey. It's been a ride, but it's beautiful.
Shout out NTM as well.
I even forgot to say
Shout out NTM. I can't believe I found that church in third year.
like, guys,
I found that
Birmingham,
church
go to NCM.
if you're in Birmingham,
Serious,
go to
church.
NTM.
Like, it's not even about the church, obviously, but like, the church helps you to
it
just
does.
steward your faith. So, NTM, shout out NTM, shout out
Shout out
Penta.
NTM. Shout out Penta. UAB.
What about you?
Oh,
You gonna talk about yours?
what about me?
Yeah.
I mean, mine's kind of similar in the sense that growing up, I went Catholic and I went White Garment, so I went TNS as well. So we were doing that. Catholic primary school, Catholic secondary school. I stopped going to church in like year I stopped going to church at like 8 because my mum moved to Nige and I used to go to church with her. And then I was bouncing in between churches. And then I think in like year 12, I'm bugging. In year 12, I went to one church and it actually helped me quite a bit. It helped me a bit because like everyone was just on fire, everyone was like, you know, it was just good to see a group of youths.
The youths coming together.
The spirit, you know. So it was good to see that. So I was like, okay, cool, I want to be like you lot. So then, yeah, that helped me. I was even part of the media team. But then the church kind of just went a bit downhill, and I was like, "Bun that." In fact, I'm not even gonna.
Don't bun that. We're not saying the names of any churches.
I'm not saying the names of any churches, but if you know, you know. Yeah, it just got to a point where like I was just really stagnant in that church. I was like, no, I need a change. I need to move. But I ended up not going to church again. I didn't go to church for time. Like even in uni, I didn't go to church until third year.
No.
But obviously, like I said, I had Penta, and I was part of Penta from first year. But then I think I didn't go to anything in first year. I was just part of Penta. Like Thing was still calling me. Danny was still calling me because she was my welfare leader. Shout out Danny.
Shout out Danny.
And yeah, second year, I was like, okay, I'll go Penta properly. But sometimes I'll be like, I'm too lazy to go, I don't want to go, and blah blah blah. Like I was just something to do on Wednesday type thing for the first half of second year. And then I think I would say I started getting more involved in Penta in third year, to be honest. Because that's when I actually got closer with everyone in third year. Literally like second semester.
Yeah. It's actually annoying.
Literally like second semester I got close with everyone. Well, not everyone, but most people in Penta. And like I said, Penta, I just feel like helped me so much. Like, and I feel like because the people in our Penta specifically, they're not judgmental people.
They're so real.
They're so real. Like, if you think you are doing something bad, like, best believe these lot will tell you like
they've been through it and more. They've
been through it and more. Like they won't make you feel alone type thing. Like they're the type of people to just be with you as you're going through your stuff. I remember when Ayo came and she like went forward for something, I can't remember. And then they were like, oh, if you step forward, you can go and meet with Teti. And Ayo didn't go, but obviously Teti called her and she was just like, why didn't you come to the front and stuff like that. And then long story short, they were just like, oh, like, this is your own journey, like, take your time, like, there's no rush. Whereas if it's other Christian, like, thingy, they'll be like, you step forward, are you rejecting Christ? Oh my God, this is even sidetracking, yeah? We were in Stratford, and of course, there was a certain church that were evangelizing, and we were even on our way to a church, funny enough, and they come to evangelize to us. One of the girls, she's so rude. Because obviously, I was with my friends, and one of them were, like, they basically turned their head from them. And then the girl was just like, no, because obviously they asked, like, where you guys going? And we said, we're on our way to a church. And then they were like, what church? We didn't know the name of the church, it was someone else's church. So then they were asking individually some questions, and then obviously one of them turned their head, and then the girl was like, you're, what did she say? She was just like, you're turning away, so you're turning from Christ. I was just like, and then...
How are you going to approach someone in a godly manner and be rude?
Literally, and then the girl was just like my friend was just like, oh, I'm not turning away from Christ, I'm turning away from you. I was just like, facts. Because how can you do that? But anyway, that just shows that there's like those type of Christians, and then there's the ones that we encountered at Penta.
Thank God we encountered.
Thank God we encountered them. Yeah. Because I feel like if they were those type of Christians, I would have not gone to Penta.
Exactly. No. It's why I chose Penta over certain others.
Yeah.
But Penta OB specifically.
Penta OB specifically. I think like we were really blessed with like our leadership. But yeah, Penta helped. And then yeah, from there I kind of just be on my own journey. Bible study helped a bit as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I didn't I don't really read the Bible, which is something that I'm trying to work on.
No, even me. I'm trying. I'm trying seriously.
I'm trying to read the Bible every day, but it ends up being like a twice a week thing. But we thank God for growth. But yeah, that's my journey.
That's beautiful.
I wasn't really outside like that in uni though. I wasn't the best Christian, but I wasn't outside like that.
Okay, when I say outside, I wasn't outside, but I was outside.
You were enjoying your life.
Yes.
You were enjoying your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't have the experience like I had. Let's just say.
I would be for real.
I didn't. Like,
Really?
I don't go out. I think in first year I went to like 3 parties. Like, do you know the freshers parties? I think I went to 2 or 3. I think it was even 2. Around the whole of first year. And then, you know when people just have their kitchen parties? I think I went to like 2.
Yeah.
Second year, I couldn't even tell you where I went. I think I went to 1 in October. Yeah.
To be fair, mine was very short-lived.
No, I went to 2 actually.
You went to 2 in October?
In second year, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Okay.
Third year.
But to be fair, even with third year, like even if you wanted to, you can't.
Yeah.
Because of dissertation and everything.
Yeah. Third year was just mainly going to my friend's house and stuff like that.
That's cute.
But
My house.
yeah, I was at Naga's house 5 years. Yeah, just not real. But speaking of friends,
Ooh.
yeah. Do you feel like in uni it's hard to find people? Okay, no, that's okay. Outside of fellowship, do you feel like it's hard to find people that are like on their own journey of Christ, that are about like being on fire and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna lie, because all my proper like serious Christian friends came from fellowship or church. Mainly fellowship, because I wasn't at my church for that long.
Outside of fellowship.
Outside of fellowship, yeah, it's hard. Like I don't think I had like 1 or 2. One was my housemate, my friend, and yeah, like maybe like 1 or 2 outside of fellowship. I think it's so hard because like you don't know where they congregate, you don't know where they are, like. And I feel like everybody puts on a specific like persona when at uni anyways, because it's easier to make friends that way.
Yeah, which is
like,
actually quite bad.
You know, you have to present that like as like someone who's ready to go out and like do stuff and be bubbly, and not saying Christians aren't that, but yeah, I would say it's hard. Would you say it's hard?
Yeah, I would say I didn't find them until I went to Pensacola.
Good.
So yeah, in uni specifically, I didn't find them until I went to Pensacola. And obviously, I used to go to Pensacola with Desiree until she stopped coming. So I was just going to Pensacola by myself. So then obviously, yeah, third year was like.
And she was trekking as well from far.
Yeah, I used to come from town.
That is so good.
Which is not that far, to be honest. It's literally like 30 minutes.
That's far.
No, because the train journey is 7 minutes.
Okay, fair. We had to get to the train station.
The train station is like a 15-minute walk.
Fair.
It's basically the same journey you're doing.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Like where she lives was even far from
It was weird, but it wasn't too far.
You lived in the area, but you live far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just lived in town. I was not trying to stay in that. So yeah, I was coming every day by myself. Every day. Every Wednesday by myself.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if I didn't have my friends that were also pushing me to go, like in the same house as me, it would have been long for me to go.
Just like I was trying to get Ariel to come, but sometimes she had work and stuff like that. But even she really likes Pensacola. Like,
That's
I
good.
really likes Pensacola. So yeah. So in uni, in fact, no, you already kind of answered it. Did you ever feel like there was a time where you just intentionally push God to the side?
Yeah, but like
first year.
Yeah, first year. But for me, it wasn't even it wasn't so that I could do anything or anything like that. It was just because I was having trouble actually believing and like having trouble with the faith, because I was just like, I was just going through a crisis. I was like, oh, this doesn't even make sense to me anymore. Like I don't feel God the way everyone says I should.
Yeah.
So, but then I wasn't trying to, and I wasn't putting myself in the right places and doing the right things. So yeah, I definitely, and I feel like I also was not in the wrong crowd, but just I didn't have like
There's people to push you.
Yeah, I didn't have fellowship. I didn't have like the people that I met at fellowship. I didn't have like Christian friends. So when you don't have Christian friends, all you guys can feed into each other is doubt. Like you can't pour into each other at all. So I'm telling you I don't believe in God. You're telling me you don't believe in God.
Bruh.
We are both saying, yeah, we don't believe in
God.
Nobody's there to be like, okay, have you tried this? Have you tried that? So yeah, that's what I was at. I think that's why community is so important.
I didn't realise that until this year.
No, it's serious.
How important, like, because like I'm just like your circle is so important. Obviously, you have friends for different things, but I feel like if you are like Christian on your walk with God and you're being so serious about it, you need people on that same wave as you. Or you're going to. I would say you're going to struggle, but it's going to be much harder, in my opinion.
People literally forget that like God made us for community. Like we weren't made to be individuals.
Yeah.
We were made to be together.
Yeah.
Like he literally said, to become one.
Yeah.
And that's not just about marriage. That's about
Just love.
a lot of your relationships. Like you're meant to go to people for things and to help you with things. Like you're not meant to do life alone. That's why when people are like, yeah, I can just be a Christian, but like I don't want to interact with Christians.
Yeah,
and,
that
like,
was me. That was what you mean.
It's like it will work for a time, but then when you start having your own doubts and whatever, you've got nobody to help you.
Yeah,
so,
to pick you back up.
Exactly.
Like, bro, get yourself, just put yourself out there. Like,
yeah.
Just honestly put yourself out there, because if I didn't like go Pinter, like that time when Desiree kind of stopped going, but then I stopped going with her. God knows where I would be. God knows where I'd be, because I wouldn't have found NCM. I wouldn't have like gotten sisters in Christ and stuff like that. Like, bro.
Like even now that we're out of uni, like we're even trying to like look for church and go back and get into community again, because
literally
you can just feel yourself slowly slipping. Before you know you slip the whole way.
Like, no, I'm not trying to go back to that stagnant place. And I feel like once you feel like God's presence in your life, then it's kind of like, why would I even want to go back?
Why would you?
Why would I want to go back?
People think it's a joke. Like, there is nothing that the world can offer you that God can't offer you more than, like, once you experience a taste, it's just nothing else is fulfilling. Yeah, you want the whole thing. Nothing else fills you the way Christ does. Like, nothing does.
Drinking,
anything.
Like, weed. Like, none of that will fill your spirit the way
last.
Like,
all that stuff. No, it's so temporary. Like, you will always
speaking from experience, by the way. No. It's not as if we're speaking out of
not that we haven't done it.
Like, no. Speaking from experience.
Seriously, like you will be like, what am I doing? Like you will literally have a life crisis. Be like, this is just for me. Yeah. And I realized that once, like for me personally, life was so hard before. Like, life was hard, don't get me wrong, but life was hard. Life was, mental health was in the bin. Everything was just in the bin. But obviously now, mental health is still kind of in the bin, but it's a bit easier to deal with. Yeah, like I still have God to like hold my hand and take me through it. Like, it just makes things a bit easier. Not even a bit easier, a lot easier, because you know, like, someone has a plan for you, and like you just know it's not the end type thing. Literally, even with like uni and education itself, it's not that like, oh, once you get God in your life, you're just gonna go from like C's to A stars. It's not like that. But like where you didn't have the strength, where you didn't have the will to live, like when I was writing that dissertation, I promise you, don't even get me started. My room is the top floor, by the way. I want to jump out that window, and my window opens all the way. I live on the 4th floor, it's a tall building. I want to jump out that, like, life gets, and it's not just a dissertation, but it's everything else you have to balance, like family members, friends, your own mental health, finance, everything. Like, you'll be feeling like the world is crumbling down. So if I didn't have Christ in 3rd year, if I didn't have friends as well that were pouring into me, like my friends would text me every day being like, how is it going? My fellowship friends, my friends outside of fellowship, like that. And you see the trend, like it's also people that are godly, people that have Christ in them, that they I always say about the exec, like they were so spiritually sensitive to
They
each other.
they
Like,
were.
they would just know if I wasn't okay. Like, even if I hadn't said anything, they would just know when to text.
I actually
like,
love those people.
Serious
Like,
men and women of God. Like, honestly,
I just love them people.
Beautiful
And it's
people.
like, they, like we said, they speak from experience as well.
They do.
It's like, so whenever they speak to you, it's not coming from a judgmental place at all. And guys, if you know me, you know there's a certain type of Christians that I don't really mess with because they're just a bit too, like,
they're judgy.
it's a bit too judgy, a bit too full on, like, no, don't come to me tell me you are not going to make heaven if you don't, like,
Oh, the
don't
people that
come
stand
to
there
me
barking
like
and
that.
start shouting, everybody's going to hell. Like,
Like, don't tell
what
me
are you
I'm going to
doing?
hell.
It's
Tell
not
me
the gospel.
tell me how I can make heaven.
Thank you.
Like,
tell me how I can live a happy life,
Yeah.
even on earth with Christ.
give me the steps. Don't just tell me come to my church. Give me the steps first of all. You should go to church. That's like the certain church that came up to us. Oh, do you have a church here? No, I don't have a church here.
What was it?
No, I don't have a church here.
Leave. What was it?
Yeah.
I was even thinking of that one.
No, well, Thirsty Fair. Don't even get me started on Thirsty Fair. But anyway, the other one, like, I don't have a church here. They're even turning into Thirsty Fair, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think?
Yeah, they are. The way they, like, it was too much, Naga. I'm not even gonna lie. It was way too much.
I'm not gonna say too much on them.
No,
or like
at least
anyone,
4
but
of them came up to us when we were in Stratford. I was like, what? It's like,
That's not
I
evangelism.
love Christ. Don't get me. I love Jesus. But stop it.
Especially when a Christian has told you, I'm a Christian, I have a church, I'm born again, I'm saved. What else do you want from me?
Even if
You
I
should-
don't have a church.
Bro, but it will be when you have a church, I'll be like, no, come to my church. What are you talking about? What are you on about?
But after I told you, yes, I'm a Christian, don't ask me if I'm born again. I'm a Christian. Leave me alone.
You know?
Like, I'm a Christian. Leave me alone. Even if I'm born again and I don't have a church, I'm saying that my church was in uni, but you have a church here.
The point of evangelism is to spread the gospel. I know the gospel. You need to be spreading it to the people that don't know. So, and not even in the way that you're doing it. So if I'm telling you I'm a Christian, why are you saying come to my church? That's giving cold. That's giving you want me at your specific church, not
Yeah.
in church, but your
It's
specific
giving, I need to collect souls for my church.
church. Hey, God help them. God
Like,
help us.
I saw collecting souls for you and this church.
What? For my pastor.
No, man. That's, like I said, that's why I love NCM. I love Penta. There was none of that. Like, none of that. And it's kind of like, you can see, this even brings me on to my next question. Can you see, like, an actual change in yourself, like your personality, just your quality of life and stuff like that?
Definitely. I think the biggest change in my personality is confidence within myself. I used to be someone who was just not confident at all, and I just wanted, like, I feel like I sought a lot of validation from people, not even just like men, like friends and just everyone around me. I was so focused on like making people happy, like me type of thing, and like that a lot of that stems from like you not knowing your identity. Once your identity is rooted in Christ, you realize that, okay, this is me, this is actually me, this is who I am. Like when you're not with Christ, you're just floating about, you're trying to figure out who you are. Once you're rooted, you're there, like you're who Christ says you are, you're not what the world says you are. Like, and it's so easy to conform to like what the world actually thinks you are. Like if someone says now like, oh, you're annoying, you think of yourself as like the annoying person. But like Christ says that you're beautifully and wonderfully made, everything about you is beautiful. He made everything about your personality, everything about your personality is good. So that is who I am, you know?
Period.
I'm not what people say I am. I feel like that was the biggest change for me, and also like my like temper and patience with people. Like I give a lot more grace now. Like I give a lot. If you knew me in secondary school, like I wasn't irate a lot of the time, but I would always be in like some sort of argument with somebody.
Really? I don't remember that.
I think because I tried to get along with everyone, I also got in arguments with everyone, and like, yeah, I didn't have a lot of patience for anybody, but now I have a lot more grace.
Well, I have more patience than I used to have.
Yeah.
To be honest. But I feel like one thing that a few people can say on my behalf that I'm much nicer than I was before.
Very nice girl. She's a nice girl,
Because it was like, now I'm a nice person, but when I'm going back at, like, when I look back at who I was horrid. Well, I wasn't horrid, but I was like,
you're too harsh on yourself. She was not horrid.
I wasn't horrid, but I was like, I was actually quite mean.
Do you feel like you just had a front?
Yeah, I think I had a front a bit, and I feel like me walking with Christ kind of softened me a bit, because it's kind of like,
so lovely.
okay, don't make it care. but yeah, like me walking with Christ kind of softened me a bit. But yeah, back in the day, I was not the nicest person to be around. I will cuss you. I will cuss anybody out for no reason and for a reason. Even now, don't get on my nerve, because I'm not perfect.
Don't cross her.
I'm not perfect, by the way.
No, yeah, like,
So obviously, sometimes it will come out. Like, don't provoke me to anger.
I will still get very angry and annoyed.
Yeah.
But the duration is a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Like,
And the way I react is different.
better.
Yeah.
Like, I take myself out of situation. That Bible is my, what do you call it? My emotional support book. Open that Bible, read something, calm me down.
Or I listen to a little gospel.
Even with my parents, like, our relationship has changed so much.
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of time and patience for them now. And a
I
lot
like
of
my mom
grace.
now.
I like my mom now.
I like my mom now.
Me and my mom, like, since I started this journey again with Christ, like, we don't really argue. Like, we used to argue so much before uni. We used to argue so much, like, tussle and argue. We don't really argue, like, I don't really argue with my parents at all, like, yeah, I have a lot of grace for everybody now.
Yeah. It's just like, it's like, as a person, like, you just slowly but surely change. And it's like, it's just nice. Like, it's just nice. And then when you're around the people that are like that as well, and I've been on a similar journey, it's just like, yeah, we can all relate.
Would you say that's your biggest change then?
What?
That you've seen in yourself? Like,
yeah, 100%. Because in 2019, like, I was so snappy. Like, if you annoyed me, even if you didn't annoy me, you did something that would annoy me. So like, it wouldn't even make sense why I'm annoyed, but I'm annoyed type thing.
Yeah.
Like, my temper was like that, and it was so bad. And I was just like, you know what? I'm actually tired of being like this. And then, yeah.
I feel like
Then I made a little change in 2020.
2020.
Yeah, but then I kind of fell back because 2020 was a horrid year.
It was actually nice.
So then I came back, I would say end of last year to now.
I feel like as well, like, I don't know if it was the same for you, but when you start realizing that the only perfect, like, being is God, you have so much time for everybody now. Like, don't get me wrong, again, don't do it, don't cross me, don't do all of that. Like, I will probably forgive you, but don't do all of that.
I'll forgive you because that's what Christ said.
You know,
don't
this is a warning. Don't cross. But
do that.
When you realize that people are actually not perfect, and like Satan actually works through people as well. Like, he can get the best of anybody. So when that person is screaming at you, shouting at you, being rude, doing whatever,
Bless you. That's what you have to say.
bless your soul, and may God forgive you.
No, honestly,
The
like,
passive aggressiveness.
literally, like, God will bless you.
No, lit. But
I need to work on that though, but still.
no, yeah. Like, I can't even say I'm the best Christian or person, whatever. Like, also having Christian friends, like, they have a lot of time and grace for me too. Like, I get things wrong and they forgive me. It's like vice versa. So yeah, when you remember that people are not perfect and people will actually like chat the most and do rubbish, like they will, and there will come a time where they will do it again, then yeah, you realize that is the only perfect person that will not annoy you.
Human beings are not perfect.
No.
Like,
we can't be.
We're not perfect.
It's not possible. Like, we just can't be perfect. We can try though. Try, don't cross.
Try to be Christ-like.
Yeah.
Christ at the end of the day, right? That's just it. That's even another thing. Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure on like young Christians, especially in uni? Like, cause you know, apparently people who uni the devil's playground.
It is. Certain unis too.
Yeah, especially in the mainland.
Oh my god.
Uni is the devil's playground. So do you feel like there's pressure on like Christians in uni to like behave a certain way, or to act a certain way, or even to dress a certain way?
There's pressure, and like it's not even, I feel like it's not hard to fall into. It's very easy. Like you can have like a 5-minute conversation with yourself and change who you are. Like second year, first half of second year, I was so sure that I just wanted to be a different person. I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna say everything, just gonna do everything. Like I was so close to when God just saved me and said, nope, you're not doing that.
You don't do that.
And even as a Christian now, you'd be thinking, oh, sometimes I actually missed out. Like I should have let myself go before I came to God.
Yeah.
Well,
that's literally like me when I was realizing that, okay, cool, I'm actually making this change. I was like, dang it.
you know, like it's actually annoying, guys. It is.
I just wish I went out more.
Should have done that one last thing. Should have done this thing.
Should have moved that last sneaky leg.
You know,
joke. But
it's a joke.
Yeah, but now I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, now it's like, yeah, but if I did all of that, like, where would I be? Would I even be here? I don't know.
Would you be sitting on this couch?
On this couch talking about God? I don't know. I don't actually know. It's only one wrong mistake and then,
yeah, honestly,
you know, that's it. So
honestly, because in this life, you don't realize that you're meant to be put in a certain place until you're even out of that place and you're like, oh.
Yeah, even with like UOB, like I didn't want to do the course I did, and I don't know, I just didn't, I didn't see myself here. But like God showed me that there's actually a reason for me being here. Like imagine I wouldn't have met the people that I met, I wouldn't have gone on the journey I went on. So there's a time and place for everything. There's a reason for everything.
Literally, because initially I was gonna go. Also, I wanted to go UOB, but I think I was gonna go Uni of Law, and then obviously it changed back to UOB. Praise him. I mean, I still went through it, but praise him.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, imagine if I went Uni of Law, who would have been around? Like, I wouldn't have gone to Penta because they didn't have a. I don't know if they have a Penta for Uni of Law.
The thing is, guys, it's not even like Penta's great, but like I think it was our specific like fellowship that was also like. I think the people that we met were just good.
Yeah.
Like I can't guarantee that it will be the same.
Yeah, we're not. This is why I specify Penta UOB.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be like, okay, now Penta's the best thing. Like, it's not a cult type of thing. You know, you don't need to be at Penta.
Yeah.
You need to be at a good fellowship.
Yeah.
So if you feel like it's not the best for you, find somewhere that is good.
That is good for you.
So,
because like, my friend goes to the Penta and her uni. She doesn't necessarily like it. And that's okay.
That's fine.
It's fine. I just happen to like the Penta.
Yeah.
No,
nobody's forcing you to go there.
Yeah, like don't go to your uni and be like, I thought these girls said that Penta was like.
There's many fellowships out there.
Yeah.
Many communities. Just find one that's good and preaches the gospel.
Yeah. I'm heavy on preaches the gospel
properly.
Like you can tell that it was driven by God. Like, but yeah, I do think that there's pressure as well, especially when it comes to like how you're meant to act. Like I feel like people expect Christians to be like these soft, like people that you can just throw about,
you can just step on them,
like just step on them, and like you expect like young Christians to be like overly nice. Like you're not gonna get overly nice from me. That's for sure. You're not gonna get
from me.
Like I will try my best to not be a horrible person.
We're real people at the end of the day. Like, we're gonna be real. We're not annoyed, we're annoyed.
Yeah, if we're annoyed, we're annoyed. If we get angry, we get angry. Like I'm not character type thing. Just because I'm a Christian doesn't mean that I'm not a real person.
Exactly.
Type thing. So at the end of the day, like we're human. Like we're actually human. So I feel like when it comes to young Christians, I just feel like just don't put that much pressure on yourself, because at the end of the day you are still human. Like there's times you will fall, but the important thing is that you just pick yourself back up.
That's the thing.
That's it.
That was another like big change. Like not saying we don't make the same mistakes and do the same sins and whatever, but it's so much easier to just come back and like come back to God, remember who you are.
I think the biggest thing is just intention. Like, what is your intention with like starting this journey? What is your intention, like when you ask God for forgiveness? Is it just like to do it again, or is it just to like show God that God, I'm genuinely sorry for this type thing? So but man, just don't put that much pressure on yourself, because
you can only do what you can do.
Even when you read the Bible, you just see how many flawed people there are.
Come on.
So many. The man that was after God's heart went to go and just collapse somebody because they slept with somebody's wife.
You're a bad man. You're a bad man. You're a bad man. Like, and God forgave him. That's not to take the Mickey, don't take the Michael.
Don't take the Michael, but it just goes to show that no one's perfect.
Nobody.
No one is perfect.
And if you're in a place where like people are presenting as perfect and they're not telling you like their past mistakes and like encouraging you and telling you it's okay, run, because it's not real. That's not real life. You have to bond over experiences and like actually listen to people to understand like who they are and what they're about. Like, don't be coming as, when you come to Christ you're gonna be like me, like I'm gonna be perfect.
I'm right. No. Look at what's his Donnie's name? The wisest king to walk this planet. He had a weakness. He loved women. It's like Solomon.
Oh yes,
loved
womanizer.
Samson,
a naughty boy. There's a minimum naughty boys in the Bible.
Do you people know who Samson is? That man was made from gold. As in, brother, the man was basically supernatural.
In your hair, like, hello.
The man was basically supernatural, and
out of this world.
He fell because of a woman. By the end of the day, when it was like just before he died, God literally gave him that last bit of strength to just collapse everybody. So it doesn't like, you're literally calm. Like,
there's nothing that you've done that's that bad that you can't come to Christ like this.
There's people that have collapsed people and they were still calm with God at the end of the day.
But you're good.
You're good.
You're actually good.
You're good. Just don't be like silly with it.
Yeah, don't take the mickey.
Just be like, don't be like, oh yeah, God, I'm sorry.
Oh, God's gonna forgive me anyways.
And you'll do the same thing tomorrow.
That's not how it works. Because it's about heart posture. Like, the forgiveness is not, it's not just by saying sorry. It's by like actually being sorry. So God knows when you're playing. God knows when you're not actually. You're not
God sees your heart type thing.
He knows everything.
There's literally one thing that I think kind of helped me as well is that I don't need to hide. I'm not hiding. Like, God sees everything. He sees my heart. He sees my actions. He knows what's going on.
He knows.
What am I hiding for?
You don't need to present as something you're not to God to please God. Like, He knows you. He actually knows.
He knew before you were born. Like, He knew how many strands of hair were on your head
before you were formed in your mother's womb. But before the foundations of the earth,
He knows where you know yourself.
Exactly.
So what are you hiding for?
He even knows what you're about to do. Like, that thing you're debating, He already knows. So
just looking like. Just. No, literally. So it's like, don't even be hiding. I think that's one thing that helped me. Like, let me just say what I'm doing, what I'm going through, because you already know.
Yeah.
So
it's harder to say it to people.
Yeah.
But at least be open with God first and foremost. You know.
Yeah.
NTM helped me with that. Like, going up for prayer. Going up for prayer, NTM. It helps to just. She's looking like that because it's an intense experience, you know, like actually pouring out your heart to someone and like trusting people to open up to. That's why you have to be careful. You have to be very careful and assess the situation as well.
And you also have to be careful who you let pray for you.
It's important. Before anyone's laying their hands on your head. No.
Nobody
on your stomach. before you know it.
Nobody can touch my head top.
A serious thing. You need discernment. Like, if God has told you now, don't let anyone touch your head, don't let anyone touch your head. Even if you're the biggest pastor in the world.
Not anyone can touch my head, I'm so sorry.
You have to really discern it. You
Yeah.
have to discern the situation.
Yeah, I feel like that's so important. You can't just let anybody... Hey, you can't just let anybody touch your head top.
And one thing I do, when people pray for me, I pray over the prayer that they prayed. Every time, whoever you are, I don't care like who you are. Like, I'm praying, God, if you want that to be true, let it be true.
Let it be true.
God, if they've tried to put any spirit in me, cancel that thing right now. Like,
because it's real out here.
It's real.
Like, it's real. Some people they'll be like, yeah, like, I'm gonna pray for you, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. If in my spirit I feel like I need to run, I'm running.
or they're pushing your head to fall down. I'm not doing nothing, by the way. Like, I will stand like a log. Like,
why do you want me? No, but
You're
why do you
not
want me to
one-
fall though?
why? Fine. Falling.
Why do you want me to fall?
I'm never gonna be that girl. I'm so sorry. Like, you cannot bamboozle me. You cannot bamboozle me. It's weird. I feel like
I didn't even deep it. Why do you want me to fall?
it's because in my opinion, it's because they want to seem like they have power. Like, okay, I have the power to make someone fall. It's not about God in that moment. It's about them having power,
That's why you need to be
which is
careful.
bad.
You just need to be so careful. When you see everybody bussing on the floor, it's not always good.
Not to say it's not real.
Not to say it's not real, but it's not always good.
Yeah, I'm just talking specifically about the people who push you to fall down.
Mhm.
Like, hello, that's not real life.
I'm not trying to be falling down, bro. No.
The day I fall, like it was a serious fall because I'm not the type of person
Neither.
to fake anything in this life. Like
I've heard from like some of my friends that are cool. It's just so unexpected. And
1 minute you're standing, 1 minute.
yeah, I'm waiting for the day, but as of now, if I don't feel it, I'm not gonna fake it.
It's not like it's nothing to hype over as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Just because you don't fall doesn't mean that like you weren't touched.
there's very many postures to pray in. Like, you
Yeah.
can lie on the floor, you can kneel, you can stand.
I'm a bender.
Oh, seriously, no, lit.
I'm a bender.
Oh my gosh, Exec always used to say to me, like, and Agatha, like, would just be toppled over. Like,
I'm a bender. Like,
but for me, I don't even know if that's like, okay, like, bam, I've bended. Like, I'm just overwhelmed. Like, it's a lot.
like sometimes I don't even realize I'm bent until I'm
like,
done,
oh.
and then I'm like, oh,
My back.
No, I'm not a person that falls over. I'm a bender. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I'm making it a thing. I'm a bender.
I get really hot, like, just like overwhelmed. Like,
Yeah.
my days. Not all the time as well. Just in sometimes. But
Yeah. When it's proper, like, I feel like times when we're doing, like, that time when we did prayer after service in NTM, and, like, I don't even know how long we were praying for. It was long.
Was that the day, was another one, Sam as well? Maybe.
It was even another day.
Because that day was,
That day was intense. That day was intense.
Bro, you're trying to look after yourself, look after your friends.
Literally,
like, oh my
like,
gosh.
your friends on the floor, you're in the spirit. It's kind of like, bro, like,
It's a lot.
it's a lot. But that was a proper good Sunday. I'm talking about the Sunday. I think it was the Sunday after. I don't remember Zanaya being there. Or maybe she was there. We were on this side of the church, not this side. Because that day we were on this side. Because I remember I had to move the chairs.
Okay, yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That
We were
day.
just praying.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
We're not be baiting out names, but
I was bent, bro. Even that day when we was in it, I was bent, bro. Like, nah. And Naga after service, Naga was just like, nah, you were bent over. I was just like, I could see you were bent over. I was just like, oh my days, like, nah.
NCM a lot.
Same. But that's even another thing. Even the fact that, like, just finding people that you're just so comfortable to speak about, like, God with as well, especially in Union. Especially in Union.
Oh my gosh, like in my old church, I'd be so scared that, like, Because the pastor sometimes will stand in the front and be like, there's somebody here who did this, come out. Like, as in baiting out your sin. I used to be there like, oh my gosh, what if you baked out like my whole thing? What am I going to do? But I never had to worry about that NTM.
Yeah. Somebody here is dealing with a luster. But like in NCM, like even if you are, you're going up.
It's very much an invitation to just like be real. You don't have to take it. It's not like, okay, God wants to deal with you right now, right here. No. But like, they're saying like the altar's open, you're open to be you. So, man, I just hope I find another church like that. Because they're around, but
they are around.
It's hard.
We're going to church hunting.
Yes.
It's like Sunday.
Yes. We are.
Yeah. So hopefully we do find a church like our old church in Brum.
Yeah.
Because that was a really good church. But yeah. Even in uni, finding a good church is important. Like we said, if you're in Brum, we recommend NCM.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, just finding a good church is just so important. If you know any good churches in any of the Midlands, just comment it down below.
Yes, and London, please.
And London,
Church hunting.
Yeah, just whatever you like. If you go to a church in uni, just comment where you go. Yeah, type thing. Because I feel like everyone...
Serious churches only.
Serious churches only, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it anyway. Thinking back to my other question.
Okay.
Do you feel like there's a lot of support in Christianity? Like other Christians?
Let me say something. I don't know if it's controversial. This is just how I feel.
Speak, sister.
I feel like Christianity can be very cliquey, and then in those cliques you can feel supported because it's like you have a lot of people around you. But for every other Christian that's not in like a community or in a clique or whatever, like it can be isolating until you find correct people. Like I feel like now, especially like social media, you'll see like there are certain like Christian cliques, like as in you can get in, like this is
You got a wristband?
Have you got a wristband? Like you can get in, like it's just like, okay, this is us, we're all Christian, whatever. So for a lot of people that might seem like it's just like, okay, but like when would I find my people? Like people always say like find your tribe or find your community. I'm just like, we should all be a community together. Like, what is this? Yeah, find your people. You can't be close with everybody, but you definitely should be accepting and like open to be friends with other Christians. You know, you don't have to be besties with them, but God was friends with, Jesus was friends with everyone. Like, Jesus was everybody's friend.
Bro, Jesus' clique, yeah.
He had his clique.
Bro.
He had his clique. But he was friends with everyone.
Yeah. It's true. Like, he had his friends, like, he had the disciples, but
he was friends with
even everyone.
People that were isolated, people that no one wanted to be friends with, people with all sorts of diseases and problems. Everybody.
It's true. Like, Jesus actually, like, welcomed everyone, so I don't understand that. As a collective of Jesus followers, why we don't do that.
Like I think we're very
criticism.
It feels like school almost, like everybody has their clique, everybody, you know, but like it's we want it to be an open invitation to all, but it's not really. We don't make it out to be like that. We should extend our hands more to like even new believers, like anybody, like invite people to.
Even those that are even like, as we quote unquote say 50-50, bring them, make them 100.
You know, instead of saying, no, that's the thing I'm talking about, like people be like, no, you're lukewarm, I'm a proper Christian, so you lukewarm Christians stay over there, whatever that means, and us proper Christians, we come here like...
What does that even mean though?
I hate the term lukewarm, because I just think, if we're going to be real, and if you want to use that definition, everyone's lukewarm. Because you're always in and out. Like, you can never be 100% in, you know?
Why? Because we're human.
Yes.
Like, I feel like the term 50-50 makes more sense, maybe. Like, you're on the fence.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like on the fence is a much better term because, like, you're kind of like... So this is the fence of, let's say, life. And then this is the world. And like you're still doing all this, you're still doing all that. So you're like halfway in, but then you're halfway like in God. So it's like you're going to church, you pray, I guess, maybe like pick up your Bible once every 2 weeks, once a month. So it's kind of like you're on the fence, but it's just about which side you're gonna fall into.
Yeah, like your
guess.
heart hasn't fully committed to either side.
Yeah. So it's like, where is your heart fully gonna like go into? And I feel like as Christians that are like, I guess let's just say 75% in, like let's just help them.
You know,
at least get to where we are.
We were all 50-50 at a point. Like you have to come to be a Christian. You have to come to a decision to follow Christ. So you're always gonna have to choose between the world and Jesus. So everyone's 50-50 at some point. You can't isolate those people.
Honestly, because at the end of the day, if you do, that just means they're gonna fall into the other side.
They've seen Christian life. They say, I don't want that. I don't want those rude people around me. I don't want that unwelcomeness. You know, I'm gonna follow the world.
Because it's kind of like you feel like you're not good enough. Like when you see other people that quote unquote are proper Christians, and like you're kind of like, well, I'm not like that. I don't think I'm gonna get like that. They don't even wanna, accept me. So why would God wanna accept me?
Have you felt like that? Like you're not good enough for like to be like one of them Christian?
Hell no.
You never feel like that.
One thing about me, I'm not even gonna lie to you. One thing about me, a lot was spoken into my life from a young age. So when I was 4 years old, people in my church, my mom, family, they used to call me prayer warrior. So I knew like there's something within me that is of God. So I never ever felt like, okay, cool, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough to be like you. I'm not good enough for this church, because I know what God has put inside of me. So it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? And it's like even in church, like in my white garment church, I will get messages about like what God has, I won't say what God has planned for me, but where God kind of sees me. Like I feel like just a lot of life was spoken into me from a young age. So it's kind of like, I was kind of in and out, but that was on my own personal relationship. I wouldn't say it's me actually in terms of like believing God and stuff like that. So I never had that worry type thing. I knew that, one day.
You knew you were that girl.
I was that girl. Wow. I knew what I meant to do in terms of like just being a Christian, I guess. And I know that, I'll always be enough for God type thing.
That's so good. I want that for my kids. Like I want them to know from a very young age.
Yeah.
Like, you are called, you are blessed. I love that.
Did you have that feeling?
No, I'm not gonna lie. No. I feel like I didn't really want to associate with the like being a proper Christian. I was always kind of half and half, like so I didn't have that, but I started having that a lot at uni. People were speaking into me saying different things. Like I remember the first thing Apostle said to me like at NCM. I'm not gonna share, but like it was like wow, like that really spoke to me. And obviously you have to pray about like prophecies and all that stuff, guys. Like don't just accept anything that says to you. But I feel like even depends on people. Serious, like without knowing it, just being really prophetic in the way they speak and the way they act. Like they really did help me like find my identity, like who I am in Christ. Like this is me. And now nobody can chat to me and be like, you're supposed to be like this,
bro.
But it took me a long time to get there. Like they know it took me so long. Like imposter syndrome,
for real,
serious.
It is a lot, but yeah. Well, that's been our little talk. Do you have any last words you want to say?
Follow Jesus. That's a good.
I follow 360.
I'm follow 360.
I follow Naga Eats.
Okay, follow Naga Eats as well. Going out for food after this, maybe.
Yeah, I'm hungry. But thank you guys for listening. I hope this has kind of helped you in a way. Like, this is just our experiences with uni and just our walk in general. And I feel like this is just a good episode to be like, what am I talking about? This is a good episode to, speak about. Yeah, this is a good episode. It's just my laptop. But this is just a good topic to speak about in the episode, rather. So
put this at the start. Watch this episode. Watch it to the end. Watch the full thing. Okay? It's important.
Period. But it is very important. We need to speak about it more. Just the realness. Or being a human.
To realness.
A human and a Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A young Christian,
Young Christian
20s.
in
You're gonna
university.
go through
A
all
lot of
sorts.
things.
You're gonna feel all sorts. You're normal. Like
normal.
that's the human experience.
That's the word thing. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, for watching. Like I said, follow Naga Eats.
Thanks for having me.
PCC Chat podcast. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, babes.
But yeah, I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.
Do you know what I'm saying? Don't come be like, oh, I want to be guarded. I wanted to, like, no.
I want to be guarded.
Do you get it? Like, no, let your feelings out. Let me see you.